Hi, this is Jack from tritiumsoft.com talking to you today about ChangeUnits2, our scientific calculator. So in previous videos, we went over this select units panel here that has all these great units and in both long form and engineering so that you can pick between them. And we'll close that right now. We also talked about how we could change things just changing them like this. So I can go from time forecaster 2 to time forecaster 1 just by deleting that 2 and pressing convert units. And you can see I just changed it like that. I can just change it right back as well, put the 2 back in there. So what this lady with the welder is really doing is she's just taking and inputting these units into that for you so that you get the correct spelling for the program. So it keeps track of them and makes it easier for you to see what's possible. Even for me, I designed the program and it's still easier for me to use this list than to try to remember all the things I've put into the program, such as let's say here moon pounds. So you can see here, if you had something that weighed 7 pounds on the moon, on Earth it's going to weigh 42 pounds. So that's what moon pounds are. It's not a technical unit that a scientist would use, but you might hear people talking about that. Because what they'll really be talking about is, let's say I had 33 moon pounds. Well, 33 moon pounds, that's the weight of like Neil Armstrong on the moon without his suit. So let's say he's a 200-pound guy. He'd probably smaller than that. But anyway, on the moon, you weigh 1/6 of what you do on Earth in terms of the force to the ground below you. And so that's why they had all those great videos of like jumping real high and having a great time up there on the moon. And so that's just something we include here. So if you wanted to, let's say that you had some piece of equipment on the moon, you can go in between normal pounds. So let's just get rid of the moon part. Let's say I have something that weighs 3,300 pounds, and I send it to the moon, which that's awful heavy to go to the moon. But it happens. So 3,300 pounds, like maybe the space module or something, I could see on the moon, how much does it weigh? 546 pounds. So the equivalent force, right? So on the moon, this 3,300 pound thing is really only 500, like the weight of a motorcycle, even though it's like a ton and a half on Earth. And so it's just another thing, a feature that you can use here. And so you have all these different units that are basically equivalent: metric tons, troy ounces. And so it makes it very convenient for you to be able to convert from one unit to another. And that's why it's called ChangeUnits2, is I want to change my units, and I change them by putting in one unit and it pops out others. And there's other features here too. We were talking about time. So we have current time. We have time forecaster 2. We got a randomizer here. So for instance, Mach 3. So Mach 3 is something that aircraft can do, but also a lot of guns can shoot Mach 3. And so if you want to know, well, what is Mach 3? Here it tells you it's 3,300 feet per second. That's a lot. That's a lot of feet per second. How about yards? 1,000 yards. So that's 10 football fields in 1 second. That's really far. And then if you maybe miles an hour, 2,300 miles an hour. So that's the beauty of it, is that you can get the sense of what a unit actually is It's one thing to say Mach 3. It's a whole nother to know that it can go 10 football fields in a second. That's a much 11 football fields in 1 second. That's what Mach 3 is. And so it's a different way of thinking about numbers, science, and engineering. And so that's the beauty of ChangeUnits2. We hope you like this video.